Enti team bi a support to biano enche biano latest no eba ye de ni nyina so e de eba na anopi ken ma mention asem fam free Chelsea aso ye me pretty sure say most of Chelsea fans free Abrantie friends say bench or ye one fine player Chelsea kofa no from Leicester City that was 2020 omukotua 45 million pounds and a kofa bench edu free Leicester ebepiem wo Chelsea. At the time a bench will buy no, now oye key player at the match Chelsea under Frank James Lampard. Or be a instrumental player at the time and not Thomas Tuchel e coach Chelsea bobu ko. Say die on ka Chelsea plans ne ho. Chelsea pesa o muton Abrante friends say bench wo. Teams ne emba our contract to 2027. For mene enkosi 2027. Set Abrante friends say bench wo et na Chelsea kra na. Chelsea salary on betua ma no kra no 10.4 million pounds. Chelsea person mo ton bench wo e de ne ko team foforo. Teams ne mba ken onim say Stellar agency for omo ne control bench wo. Omo ne bench wo akwa hu Chelsea mpanyimfo say na nko mo pe team e wo England. Teams no enye ready so on be sign bench wo. Enti omo ye ready say team bia bebia no on be gine saa. Enti they say die arehosem ne ye say bench wo atono eye mambisa waka Chelsea mpanyimfo say afedie oye open team bi obebe bia no bench wo no oye ready so obeko na enkane ope team e wo England by teams no emba enti say teams no wo abono ne na team bi obebe bia no ono bench wo eye ready so obeko enti so far bench wo ebeka players a Chelsea ebeton no magic kakra enra Manchester United head coach Ruben Amorim ekoshia Manchester United mpanyimfo ni nyina no Manchester United transfers di aka no na meeting no it take more than 2 hours Manchester United aso na ken Ruben Amorim aka che Christopher Vivel ono ana head of recruitment Manchester United say oje papa ni di adwuma na papa na ye a otimi nya Benjamin Sesko edine ba Manchester United no osrena on fan experience on fan links enkofa Carlos Baleba and Sambreno entenra meeting no it take more than 2 hours Ruben Amorim eka Manchester United impanyim 43 Christopher Vivel or head of recruitment or Manchester say na experience na skills ekwan ofa so ekofa Benjamin Sesko no osrena onkofa Carlos Baleba nembra na se Carlos Baleba ne be Manchester United or no Ruben Amorim ye be hu a different Manchester United on say already o makoho ami abo mo 100 million pounds 90 plus 10 aye 3 teams and I say omo Carlos Baleba enu am be catch say we Manchester United free wa PSG and a Bayern so epe Carlos Baleba by Manchester United and a convince boy no omo offer boy no contract till 2030 and a 1 year optional ebeko 2031 Manchester United epe na enyo no nko a Ruben Amorim meeting ase no o se omu wie Carlos Baleba na aka goalkeeper enu amebe catch say Donnarumma de no ni agent Enzo Raiola aka che Manchester United for so omu de 30 million euros ba on betime nya boy no enti Ruben Amorim enu meeting ase no o se 2 players and obehia se obenya Carlos Baleba na wase nya Donnarumma no nya sa 2 players na ken second mame Manchester United team na Ruben Amorim person for the new season no onya Carlos Baleba no nya Donnarumma ken Manchester United team no say ne besi aye Donnarumma goalkeeper Martinez ewe chiro Delete Lenny Yoru Amad Diallo Carlos Baleba Bruno Fernandes Dogu Cunha Mbeumo ana Benjamin Sesko enti a meeting ase no aka 2 players na Ruben Amorim o se we wie ne transfers no Donnarumma ana Carlos Baleba
team we ntimi Chelsea
team we dey anu ehio
team we betima Chelsea say
there be Chelsea team anu edin
but we team ni
difference wo mni say
team ni
mehu difference wo mni
Bruno Fernandes ne Baleba wan finfin na Amad Diallo ene Dogu I want 10
wo
na Mbeumo Sesko Cunha
On say difference o Manchester the Chelsea the say Chelsea team no omo bought to a certain pattern. On say collective play no ho. Gradually Chelsea team work no apike as Manchester the.
Say Donnarumma so na ball Crenton net. Say is on there and you nana.
Hey, Manchester United how we defending the issue. And they say no meeting lasting more than 2 hours.
Yes, I got 2 players. Donnarumma and Baleba.
And Carlos Baleba be bought as the single dedicated pivot. So more attack.
No, almost 100 million no more kutia.
So more some beton players. Akutia. Into more attack here. Baleba ni bejina. Now Bruno Fernandes are connected the deep and the forward line players.
So Chelsea for the before any time cross and call Baleba ho enyame. You bet ya ni say Chelsea so say Baleba no cross. Say papa ne so omo customers ni omo.
Oh I say omo customers ke say pa ni.
Brighton phone.
Yes, enti na ken. Meeting a course of Manchester United into a Manchester United a supporter I didn't de a ya pick Manchester United team ne ya pick into meeting a course no or say 2 players and a Ruben Amorim so or train Donnarumma and a Carlos Baleba. Now me ko PM Barcelona so ya. On say when the king baba be say Inigo Martinez or kono or ko El Nas so camp no. Inigo Martinez or kono say dear Araujo and a Christensen atadwe or matde. Omu nyanton omu.
Okay.
Inigo Martinez free away free Barcelona no. Barca mpanyimfo decide say Araujo Christensen omu nton omu. Ombesti ewo Barcelona bobuko ni. Barca center backs no akoka Pau Kubasi. Araujo Christensen Eric Garcia kunde die. Yes say so ye right back. Enti aka 4 center back. Na initially Barcelona for deal e plan here say Araujo na Christensen ba ko beko ano mu nyina ye say omunko so Inigo Martinez kwa awako no e kire say Christensen ana Araujo age se bibi sisa sa 2 players no etna Barcelona bobo nim we eye confirm enra me beka cho say Levi kwa wo pra na we pra no Chelsea hwe so menya center back e me enra ye beka story no wa ha enye me na me confirm story no Makacho said transfer headquarters ye ka asema ye ntwantro. Enra after the game Chelsea boy no. Enzo Maresca. Onu anka se bie nanum ton se Chelsea ebe center back.
Obeto biaba.
Yes. Enti enra ye story na ye be ye wa ha no. Chelsea coach na anka sa confirm. Say because of Levi Ko Wupra na we pra no. Chelsea ebe sign center back. Enra me ma 2 players a mo Chelsea list no so. Magay and Lucas Beraldo. And the 2 names as are popping up.
Why no why?
Ronald Araujo, Chelsea air prepared 35 million euros. By Makacho say Barca and Tom Ronald Araujo. 2 names are popping up. Ronald Araujo din eba Chelsea list no so. Anna Antonio Silva of Benfica. Benfica ni release clause 100 million euros. And to uyi Magay free or uyi Lucas Beraldo free wa. 2 players at Chelsea, you see Enra no mo say consider no Araujo and Antonio Silva.
Okay.
Enti Enzo Maresca na nkasa ne ka say Chelsea ebe pe center back e dia ba because of Levi Kowo injury na wenya no. Me kopiem e wo Bayern na. Enra ye de betu dwa say El Nasa epe Kingsley Coman. Ama o fa brantie no is kakese pa. First offer El Nasa dia call for Kingsley Coman no Bayern a rejected offer no. Omo the 22 million euros and the call Bayern say omo pay Kingsley Coman. And a Bayern for say share. Ase mu mbu ade kakra. Mo ko fa Joao Felix no, onu kro onye bi mo Chelsea makotua 30 million euros. Mo ko fa Duran, mutua 70 million euros. Mo ko Portugal ko fa Octavia no obi anim no, mutua 60 million euros. Na mo se mo ba be fa a top player in the shape of Kingsley Coman na mo se 22 million euros. Debi. We die. Eye di atem sebi ana mo de ba Bayern. Bayern a rejected El Nasa a first offer for Kingsley Coman 22 million euros. Bayern for say a minimum of 50 and mo pay free El Nasa for Kingsley Coman. Minimum of 50 and mo pay. Kingsley Coman and a head coach Edema Bayern, the Bavarians, a Vincent Company, ebedin komo. Se Vincent Company e ka kire ne say onye key emfa na. Kingsley Coman be accepted El Nasa bid no. So first offer no Bayern a rejected. Liverpool for no ebu sami bebre na Isaac die na kosi say da be no beba Liverpool for ne pa update o masum ayo mu de. bibia ni ho asesa
and I'm say the how cracker
yes Liverpool ni Isaac ni Newcastle de no bibia ni ho asesa conditions na Newcastle for edema Liverpool no Liverpool for twen e two conditions pe as it stands now ye pay replacement ye nya replacement na mo de 150 number enti Liverpool fans amu busa update about Isaac no update ametimi di amam no e ka ho bi enti na nanse minye Isaac story bebre no because bi before fro bi answer sign omo twen say Newcastle benya replacement for Abranti FN say Isaac na Liverpool di almost second official bid e di akọ St James Park akọhweso benya Isaac on say after Benjamin Sesko rejecting Newcastle no say Newcastle for say kwa akodada Isaac say and concern renew boy no so opportunity o say mo kosoro eba fom mo ne betim be ye pekura na Liverpool na no bebo enti na nsen ya a Benjamin Sesko di uni feli ye no Newcastle fa ho wa na nke beti ya ne sanke Isaac renew boy ne say dia waka no on sesa na no e ye Liverpool na no pe enti be bi akwa kwesi no mame nko Arsenal kakra Arsenal sporting director Andre Beta papa ni boy adwuma pa onim se we di suma se dwabi papa friend say Andre Beta sporting director de ma Arsenal
o heden
akwa akushia Rafael Leao ene Rafael Leao akasa ama Rafael Leao esiso Arsenal for to me convince AC Milan na only problem
Rafael Leao
yes yes papa no Andre Beta no ene boy na kasa papa ama Rafael Leao no say on the only problem o by say Arsenal betima convince AC Milan say AC Milan beje omo bid na tum dia only problem already head coach Adima Arsenal Ateta epe a left winger or specialist I was a ruho e ka hu bi na ma Andre Beta koshia Rafael Leao Mas Allegri si ema AC Milan enton key play bia Mas Allegri a promise Rafael Leao say na wabi coach AC Milan no obema na minimum of 20 goals in Toronto AC Milan na de metete ne crash say yesi AC Milan for say Arsenal timi dis game mu edu ana kill your kwa AC Milan for adwen besesa
cash plus
kill you AC Milan for adwen betima sesa for Rafael Leao enti low key
but say eba Andre Beta ne Rafael Leao share fine eba sa mbaba ton Gabriel Martinelli na
say Gabriel Martinelli ni Trossard na ba ko beko ana mbusa Ateta ana Ateta say between Martinelli and Trossard no the oppressor otna no Martinelli enti Trossard no betima ko
jeba sa Martinelli so be lose ni position Rafael Leao there unkra be 100 million kra wonya
no kwepa say Rafael Leao ne ba Arsenal then oba be starter straight up na nka kwa akoye Rafael Leao on the left Bukayo Saka on the right Jokeres 9 na Odegaard behind
na di kan Rice ne Zubimendi agent
mfimfin
but this season what about the Premier League in there what the league you bet me aka say league ya be boy there what about there
waje
na che say waje
no kre na ken
you see City and no worry money one then okay you say time this one
on say akra na ye fa Nico Pass osi akan de makomu no ye nyina nim say Spurs for na kon ho de 40 million euro score komo so mo Nico Pass ana komo for so 70 ana enura ye beka Manchester United ye no say ne mo hu say story na trend pa say Manchester so epe Nico Pass Chelsea eto Nicolas Jackson na most likely somebody offer be komo for Nico Pass
Chelsea
yes
I don't know more yes
the way Chelsea for no how almost senior man on
but recently players no more tom no hwem kra no more form no nkra more skill nkra more krabo na
on I say omo
ntimi nje bon from say this boy akra we adagule ni mbo nche ne bebre sa o experience kakra na adagule wo chen no wo say we gule ni go shepa chen no wo say gule de ni ball no ni 9 year aduma but akwa we krabo a ma we ni ko pass
Edin pa
oni bobo papa
na already okoye edema access for big
ne left no
oni bobo pa
oni ntia me won say Madrid for no man chance because still more percentage
Madrid wo percentage
ntia na still more man chance
oba say obenya opportunity na bono ebe ha
because we were Europe o makwa fa Master Antoine woni Europe
yeah
o mo ina born is similar
okay. But the amazing say in case as a Chelsea ton Nicolas Jackson
o mo discount bi be kwa kofa Nico Pass Nico Pass is 50 million
they become of 70
million okay Spurs the 40 ko
e ma reject na me no ka say Chelsea center backs ahodo omo no Liverpool wo ho Chaloba Fofana Disasi Bedia Shell Adarabioyo Chelsea were a lot of center backs latest Wolves at the bid for Chelsea for Disasi. On say Disasi Newcastle akoho, Juve akoho. Tima ye say wa base or compare abrante friend say Disasi e Chelsea. E Wolves bo boku no. Omuso nya abrante no betime ehia no e wo team no. Na okwa kai say on say mabeka Real Madrid ni Upamecano story bi a kire wo. Ken transfer headquarters stories are annoying. Onim say nra omu busa Upamecano na anum say ensem trofo busa Upamecano say ube renew ana say ube free Bayern bo boku nim onim Upamecano reply o see yen train the next month and obe decide in the future
next month
man said that yenim no and obe decide in the future so bet na Bayern ana so obe call Real Madrid na PSG we no so another confirmed story ya be wa ha say after say Ebeka say PSG ne Real Madrid Upamecano contract be 2026 enu a boy na nka say num ton o see yentwe man said that yenim no and obi decide in the future
Upamecano dey so ma already gabon boy ana Madrid for Upamecano dey and Rudy Gamfa ne nine ba ko na sane nine nya na wopra omo nchechire ne nine na omo mana mo ne sa Upamecano
and go you krara and you say in man said that
my city buy and free mu ya just mo bed stray chagoza o the Madrid okay
just say Mourinho say over 50 million euros bid ho or they call England or pay two players we Jack Grealish and at elements or the 50 million e kwa fast two players
just say 15 or they fast two
Jack Grealish and at elements for master
mente say Jose to akora bia ana na won pem kran kran
say eh Jose dey nya fini e ba be titi bia won pepe kin cry o and the 50 million euros no or they call now former AC Milan for captain Davide Calabria sir right back no say Panathinaikos and a Leo so help the former AC Milan for captain Leo and a lead race no Christiansen Barca for Enene Bekasa obe renew the contract with Barcelona Christiansen Barca FN free 2022 and obe sign 4 years at the Barcelona say I can 1 year the contract ni be 2026 na Barca person moton boy no Christiansen say onko and Barca for hu say there be Christiansen afa ne ho adwen say obo ne contract ni wi a na ono nko afri boboko ni mu akogi sika na ne ho kode enti sadia Barca decide say Christiansen omo be man 1 year contract deal no omo de ko June 30th 2027
no maton
enti Barca be man 1 year deal Christiansen ebereche eze me no mieru nim say Arsenal na e ka onim say Crystal Palace for ebe expect bid bi afina ebeko enu abaye James Maddison Spurs ep replacement for James Maddison perfect yeah easy ebereche eze di
na we pepia ball na makudu so right o
yeah so after say ACL James Maddison nya ACL I am say obaye out of the season no replacement as Spurs for air no ebereche eze din abaso enti enche bia no omo de bid ebekwa Crystal Palace de baby omugina no mugina 68 million pounds
yana first story sinisi mame
Ken Liverpool beti asem de Brentford for ya giatum Newcastle for bid for Wisa Brentford for ya giatum onsa omo reject first offer 25 million pounds Newcastle for the 35 million pounds e ko Brentford
na Wisa no boy for sir. That's what we said. Yes, and so 40 and 50 will do.
And also will be. They say 35 no more they call. Brentford
Mbuemo is 60 saying.
60 plus.
And now we say 25 and 30.
35 na you say Newcastle for they call.
I call with the boy. Huna mina many no. What the age is saying?
28.
28. But it is in 28 crash over to my ball.
35
3 per years amount.
Yes, 35 crash.
This boy pa, oni bobo pa.
Oni bobo. On say Brentford.
Ana ni chinana. Okay.
Brentford for ne kwa kofa Dango Watara. Enti Dango Watara ba replace Wisa. Na Wisa so move de ko Newcastle. Na Isaac. Bibia to Thomas so ekɔ Liverpool. Me won say omre ne ko. Onim say Ademola Lookman. Enra minim say obeye o yes our story no say intermediaries bia Atlanta for our fan de ama Arsenal. Ama boy na reject. Onim say enye Arsenal kwa na omde ko. Omo sa offer Ademola Lookman e de ma Liverpool for. Say Luis Diaz ko. Enti Atlanta for nem person beto ama Inter. Ana omde ko ma Arsenal. Ademola Lookman say ompe. Omo sa dia ko Liverpool Ademola Lookman say chenchina Inter na no pe. Enti de wo ho no. Bayern for aka Chelsea say Christopher Nkunku. Omo value ni 40 million pounds pe. Omo ntimi entua mbro 40 million pounds. Enti Christopher Nkunku de wo ho no. Na Galatasaray for apage omo offer for Manchester City. Omo goalkeeper Ederson. Say omo de salary ne cost 7 million euros a year. On sa omo first of omo de come Man City na 3 million euros. Some person go for Ederson. Say omo offer 7 million euros a year to 2028. Na Ken, mama on say de bia me no be wi am be ma exclusive. Na me don we exclusive na me de be ma no me de te. Kolomwani PSG for catch Newcastle say 57 million euros. Say Newcastle for pe Kolomwani na 57 million euros. Ana Saudi club bako e di 25 million euros e di akọ AS Roma mo center back Indika 25 million euros. Na keme de manu si no ama kwaku ni bigi ato aso no exclusive ni na me no we. Onim say ye ka typical defensive midfielder e wo Liverpool e ye Endo. But no so kra no onye obi a slot e use ne sa ana convert Ryan Gravenberch e be boss a DM role no. Ken. Onim say Liverpool for e show interest e wo Carlos Baleba. Efiti
Carlos Baleba na United for Ekopeno no.
Yes.
Liverpool for so call.
Efiti we ya story ne be trend.
Liverpool.
Yes. We exclusive amedema.
Okay.
Liverpool so show interest.
Liverpool Baleba.
Yes, our Carlos Baleba. We exclusive amedi age akwan.
Akrewa we obekọ akobo se Liverpool di sika kwa Man United di sika kwa se ne e de so obekọ Liverpool. Adena Man United enye omo player. Wonza na me ka se Chelsea one we Chelsea beko. Sisi asa Liverpool e for Baleba. United for nkeka omo na. Honestly, it was where?
Liverpool are willing to pay 110 million pounds for Moises Caicedo and Entesa.
Oh, okay, yeah, that time 110. Omo late.
Exactly. Over the years, even under Jurgen Klopp, Liverpool are begging for a typical defensive midfielder. Omunye nyebi and omu impromise omu clearly. It is a position Liverpool really needs. Baleba no among for adwin shedan call no so oni ball pa na just like interviewer na metia na Brighton for ne eye no ken Marco Kurela Chelsea for etua 60 million and a kofa no Graham Potter and then a staff Chelsea etua 21 million pounds and a kofa no Robert Sanchez 25, Moises Caicedo 115, Joao Pedro 60 million pounds. Okay, can Jadia Chelsea any Brighton India? You are looking at something around 281 million pounds. Brighton, their best customer, just like what they are saying, Chelsea. Now you see. This Bissouma Econo, they were preparing Moises Caicedo. Caicedo Cologne, Belgium. And on Bayer, a befa with Chadiama Chelsea. Where Kofani Filel and a buyer. Ideally, Brighton and the some prepare or Kofa Ba Cologne, but way straight or Bayana or Beshe because no money. They had sold McAllister to Chelsea to Liverpool. Instead of Emre Bieniho and Wabana Obo. Wait, Osa, just like Moises Caicedo, Chelsea Ayrton with you 21. Where's you 21? Pepe. Age the same, quality. Bono, Onyenju Caicedo the end, but almost the same. Enye Caicedo today, Caicedo na Brighton no. Inti the plan for Brighton said this guy they are going to sell him next year. Now on their fee, I prepare someone about take it over. For Chelsea akoto Dario Isugu abo and no. Yeah, Isugu no. The ball not to some Moises Caicedo pepe. Tade form ne near ding or bet tackle no that form. Inti the direct replacement for Moises Caicedo. Dario Isugu no Chelsea akofa ne fi Sporting Lisbon. Or no or Cologne or Las Palmas. Na Madrid 4 penno. Sa Dario Isugu no mo so mo perenanka wa be understand Chouameni e wo fifi wo. And the Chelsea quickly akofa ne dinaba say Moises Caicedo ni wa on e ba be show. Into for Chelsea I think say defensive midfield one omo sorted out. Now say Manchester United any boy na kasa. And that is quite obvious because say okoma you are onana wo ho. Brian Mbeumo wo ho ne nkofo ne kromfo a settling any problem. But Brighton conversation no enye about agreeing with the player. Go on, I mean you didn't want to say. Some you any player ni agree there any problem o. Brighton, when you are dealing with them, if they mention a figure, go and pay. So Manchester United's problem will be the money, the cash. Because Brighton, no, there is no way I could have no better on for on your da. Obia what Tom Wayne says Caicedo when we say Sika our system ni mu say defensive midfield one Obia baby o. Baleba no the near day left-footed. On say hardly will you see a typical number 6er or your left-footed and the near day. We attacking wise or be provided with long range shots. The passing you good. In Kawedi, in Casimiro Niwa and way and then the perfect number 6 for Manchester United, especially on sounds for English Premiership experience. It's a Kenya problem. But the problem at Manchester United, but want to say, if Liverpool goes in, no more fast car, Brighton will sell. Into Manchester United said, the conversation they should just go to Brighton, negotiate with them, and pay the money. And yes, sir, and
they were Manchester United delay on transfers, and they watch now. In Mbeumo quite take 2 months.
If they are going
because now Ubi and Mbeumo, now Ayomon Kwan Mbeumo. Ye kunya ediano na akwa so mo but say Liverpool basa deal we man as say any Liverpool for ababeka sa deal we ho eye Baleba ho no Liverpool for so kreska
Ken if Manchester United enters a negotiation biana a competitive bid in a Manchester United will lose player no kunya just like you mentioned ebeye boy no show say I want Manchester United and they were negotiating straight. In Mbeumo, I want Manchester United. They were negotiating straight. Benjamin Sesko asked now for more in Manchester United, so they were waiting. Because Manchester United style of negotiating, you know, or more typical office. I employ be a Bosumi Yetiana Kai for Matt Hargreaves. The German or a chief negotiator. They negotiate for long. Or more train as a structure no what. Says Baleba. Hey, next year, clubs be brave, but for now, no, I say, kakra. But if another club steps in, no, you're willing to pay, sir, 100 million now, Manchester United will be found wanting. In any way, Liverpool projects near more lucrative than Manchester United, you know. Of course. But Liverpool says, see, I said, or tweet your 100 or toy shark no sound so me sure so bet me as spend that much for because of financial fair play.
Liverpool
because,
for
yes, I mean the hundreds will be more than what you say.
Who good no promo KTK no promo do
dealing no the
because I feel like so promo
I can understand the
KTK
yeah, but on say the fear is that
they were coming to me a call for Isaac and Baleba.
It's true, I agree. Because who go take in any case say Obia fits now Alexander Isak or Obebo Salah Ishak. Who go for left one I doubt. He will probably want to play Cody Gakpo there. What you say? Inti ebia who go no a long-term project. Mate on common say. But Ken, what is the guarantee say Newcastle better Alexander Ishak the amount? Inti let's also understand the conversation from Liverpool's perspective say. Who go take a Newcastle? Say when you fast and boy now, there is no guarantee say Newcastle for better on the amount. It's young fan to say deal no. Oma who go ekete koko na Newcastle for Anton Alexander Ishak can farm woman conveyor day. It's they needed to take that risk. And we take a risk, but someone spending 100 million twice me and one particular window they will be extremely difficult. What I say. But I think say Manchester United needs to be very sharp for Carlos Baleba. Because Baleba next season. That's a boy that's so bright now. Real Madrid will go in for that guy. So almost now Madrid phone here number 6 for Nibi. And this is not pet. I could have that race to go no no. Madrid will even go in for that boy.
I feel say transfer market in the next 2, 3, 4 years time. Ebimu players. Ede ase ebimu eye team. Yemfa say player be ko team bim na say obetima strengthen team na mana yehu. The way transfer market in the economy, obi betimi akwakoto no.
Oh yes.
No ordinaba be trying the team no e bia kra na on said here ni bebre. But so be kwakọ strengthen baby there. Because the way United is strengthen no. Already Chelsea is strong. City is City dada. Manchester City is Manchester City. Say almost touching a first 4 matches no mo win we are. Bibia betimi ayden.
Oh City is City is
City. Liverpool are the strong the strongest team. Now Arsenal for the past 4 years second last 3 years in our second inti Ederson say yakwa say big teams in England in no say United no ye fan say omaye weak kakra but the way United is strengthen no
okay
yemfa so monya Baleba ayden
then there will be a
na yemfa say Donnarumma ayden
asabe kan one
Donnarumma be kan one then ubo say upgrade into ubo say teams top 4 not top 5 in no
asabe competitive
na afi competition
I agree with you
and you say I think say this is what about the Premier League season where they not just why they
yes last season the end but honestly last season the end yet to say with due respect I say on say afibo what teams and kese no off to say the Leicester City fan home so this year is going to be extremely difficult
and ma edu baby na me bisa say so Arsenal on Arteta a strengthen team no kre wa Arsenal compete so point in say omo pese Arteta compete na because league no emu mienu bi wa na senkoje baako emu mienu say team see United ya no omo ye week omo tie chire say papa na toto ne niam ye omo betimi start a compete a win the games omo ntimi nje but omo betimi be top 4 no mama na yeden ayi Chelsea na omo wa chire no your confidence is omo yeden omo nya say ye ka teams na ebeje Chelsea nka ho but from 3rd 4th on the day there be a Chelsea so betimi ayden
say kramu ye threat
omo ye threat so betimi say abeje league
winning the club world cup give you omo confidence
Arsenal position as number 2 the second best team in England no is even under threat because they say Chelsea but
Ken Tio
BBB atimi
if you place second in the league it does not make you and I say does not guarantee you the first spot next season. Tio, Arsenal before last season nobody second to Manchester City. It is a City be flop here. You expect Arsenal to win it. Liverpool are not going to be signed on
Eji. So nkonform was our dream we say they were Arsenal City no.
Second.
Chelsea betimi be say omo abeje.
It is possible.
Manchester United betimi be say omo
possible. It is all possible.
Because Arteta are comfortable.
No, but I'm saying that they played second to Manchester City. And the City call off. You expect Arsenal that second away the Atwasumienu were gaining premiership experience into the next season. He was going for the top. And the slots are not on by premiership that. And the slots are better Federico Chiesa, who was not even part of the team. And the slots beside Arsenal Hoji. In see, placing second does not guarantee you the first spot next season. All because of say, gaining experience. So you need to compete. Arsenal will need to compete. And I say this year, dear no. Yeah, na bad day say Manchester City they will be better than last season. Liverpool are strengthening. Chelsea, after winning the Club World Cup, say confidence number. And again, say Chelsea or confidence, don't underrate them. And it don't dare. Say confidence number. And again, it's so as if said Chelsea last year, omu di bad tenful, omu Champions League slot no. And on the Club World Cup account, and why signings account into Chelsea will be competitive. I agree. It's going to be a very competitive league. Insanity, you're open to all of us. We're going to see and we're going to watch, an interesting game. Ken, Maka Chelsea as a run game in the Mwasam. Mwanima mi ensebia mpese mrezi kakra. Sesedi say Nicholas Jackson enyanye yi. Na won't say Nicholas Jackson last year 17 goals. The last recent season, 13 goals. Na peono kasankasa standard of the Villarreal buy. Clearly, that is an improvement over Villarreal. And so from the perspective of Nicholas Jackson, he is improving as a footballer. But the bigger conversation is that, he is improving individually, but to Chelsea, ne ball no. And you're up to Chelsea standard because Chelsea won our banner. Who said 3 chances you'll be criticized? It's clearly pen and number said the Obeka said or improve as a player. Send a no city or be a real and your name Chelsea where improve but on Fabinka Chelsea. That's why Chelsea decided to say let's go into the market and search for a center forward. Supporters na normal pay and number 9 or experience in penny for no derby. And later on they settled on Liam Delap. Ken Liam Delap no goals no on to Nicholas Jackson. Last year, Osha 12 goals at the Ipswich Town. But Chelsea for fun say, oh, this is a striker who has been playing for Ipswich Town with quality. It is a Ipswich Town team way which means 12 goals in there. Yeah, don't be 2 Chelsea team no wait me.
But saying him say Jackson, you better change it.
Now, let me do this mathematics with you. Liam Delap buy you about 7 games. 7 games now about was 1 against Esperance. Now, to be fair to him, we are going to look at games that were starting. Against Flamingo, about 64 minutes. Can you? The night can ball just 15 times. 64 minutes on the night can ball 15 pew. Against Esperance, about 59 minutes. The night can ball 20 times. Against Benfica, about 81 minutes. The night can ball just 17 times.
In the 81 minutes.
81 minutes.
The night can ball 17.
17.
But such as a possess.
One year bano. And right. Me too wanna make sure against Leverkusen, about 64 minutes. The night can ball just 13 times.
64 minutes.
13 times.
That's all I have long.
Oh, yeah.
Mameli Angela.
As about
The Holland, yeah. About 64 minutes now, not about 13. And I say,
good. That's it. Say, Holland, you know, the 9 cabo be brave, but also goes. Once on 9 cabo ni be brave. Na ebeto when you was among for won't count the number of touches you have. Because Liam Delap 4 games I was starting, then the 9 can ball a door so pay 20 times. Okay. Now, to be fair to this boy again, let's open up the analysis more. Maybe you might say, style not Chelsea Ebon and number 9, the 9 can ball be brave. Okay. Joao Pedro, games on also started as a number 9. The same position now, Uja for 9 can ball be brave. No? Obo against Fluminense. About 60 minutes, the night about 25 times. Against Paris Saint-Germain, about 67 minutes, the night about 35 times.
Joao Pedro.
So in the same position, Joao Pedro has more touches, has more influence than Delap. The same Chelsea system, the same Chelsea style of play. Okay, let's also open up again. Even Nicholas Jackson, and I know about against LAFC. About 64 minutes, then I can about 26 times.
26.
Exactly. They just say, Chelsea striking role, no. Dilap nkoa no begina park no so on the 9 cabo ni bebre.
And just
influence.
And 13.
Exactly.
The about 13.
13.
In how many minutes?
In 64 minutes.
64 minutes.
64 minutes. Now, and now no crowd ball Flamingo. The night ball me and Sape with penalty boxing. And now the night ball 5 times by Liverpool for penalty boxing. Now, for context sake, and now a game by Liverpool for Mushepa. I'm attacking Chelsea Bebriu. Chelsea the ball no more half for sir. Yet the striker got only 5 touches in the penalty box of by Liverpool.
Team they defended.
Team na a defend one. Now Chelsea for a prepare body be bring. Clearly. There is a problem.
Dilap.
Problem ni say. Dilap no. We all agree say undo Jackson DNA, but Chelsea want to move on from Jackson. No more Dilap. Chelsea say Jackson no more 2 years only improvement until they will not wait for him. Dilap na fe no waba. Dilap at extra time. Omoji baller, he's the go-to man. Watch this. He's the go-to man. Omo ye transitioner. Dilap no. Baby ana or no. Omo defend pa. Omo defend no more counter attack. No more counter attack. Or no more ball the manifest. So he's the go-to man. Every ball goes through him, pass through him, and around him. He's the man. But at Chelsea is not a defensive team. Chelsea is a possessive team. Born young ball, you are not the go-to man. He's transiting from the style of player, everything revolves around him, to say a Chelsea team, as they say, they pass the ball around him. This guy would need time. Na nenyame and say Joao Pedro na wabano or better press and be free. So yes, whole problem.
So issue on that type of players, no. I didn't say run a story about Rasmus Højlund. Inside sources say some of Manchester United players, no. Omuni GDB Briwonimu. Especially Bruno Fernandes and the players in being passing on. Pass ball and family. Move and pass man. Bibri soon say Omoje born about Ulusu born Bibri. Nti ya de bana obe lusudia. Yem passing family. Se Dilap de no koso se ya na untimi enhyegua. I'm about turn it to Rasmus Højlund. Because they do baby a player edge ball no need GD wo mo pass.
They will not pass the ball.
On pass it. Because over 64 minutes and 67 minutes. Na
64 and run
64 and run 64. Yeah. Chelsea bo home against Liverpool almost dominating game no. Na onaka 13.
It's a source of worry. It's not just a GD because in the same pack say Joao Pedro be na ball no on pass ball need be break the man Joao Pedro.
Omo de ma Pedro no more.
Pedro more actually the lab nature said they trust that guy than you. Now look here, for instance, say Estevao Ken Akoda with the 18 years obvious training with Chelsea 3 days a day. When I saw his name on the lineup, and I'm saying Chelsea have a lot of trust there.
Now, crowd Ballon d'Or share the contract him there. I say, what say English clubs and entire man. Say an English club about top player now.
I think say Chelsea were a lot of trust they would me because for a young boy comes from Brazil, near throwing just a game now. And now they see Joao Kwanza Kotaku be Okopama so. Na taka ne ba mu say Estevao dimi gidi no akwa no or kontokwa. I'm like, wow, akwa no our boss pa o. I say these are details and I say akwa he's here to fight. They toss to be of force corner. I'm no bobo be to corner. And of course fans no kwa ya say omunye dede. I'm like, wow. This guy has balls.
Estevao William, okay.
Never when else one Chelsea center back no they met me akan kakra they say the way Chelsea plays. If I call the name him say hamstring injury. Name him say a muscle. But ACL there Ken after 7 months in post oba or extra 2 months. Extra 2 months oba sounds we pra e dey shame because setbacks are normal. Me no can say Rodri. Wa sounds we pra. Inti ACL nkomo ye different nature say Chelsea will miss Levi Cowell. Now, Chelsea send you see ball first phase of build up. They say Chelsea for now saying you mobile sim. You pass the ball from the back. Inti Chelsea will need someone who passes the ball very well. And Levi Cowell, the man coach the pen answer say or small ball power or pass well.
Yes, someone confirm.
Inti Chelsea will need a left-footed centre back ayemienu tio any team be anywhere like the left-footed centre back is very important, but not all the teams and the wasa me no can see oko Real Madrid Dean House and the boss on your left, but he plays that well or pass the ball on the camera, he carries the ball well. Oko Liverpool, they don't have a left-footed centre back. Virgil van Dijk does that well. Virgil van Dijk or Suma ball ko Salah who between left to be in the elbow ball no. You see, there are teams that plays well without left-footed centre back. Either Chelsea are going for a traditional left-footed centre back or going for a centre back who beats ball from the left. Ken, Nipa don't want to see a Jaro Hato opportunity. Then we can feel saying coaching man starts. I mean, here say, Obetimia Boha, but clearly Chelsea coach naturally say, oh, here centre back. Onko try Kraman Penifoni Koyenede. Now Chelsea would have to go into the market and search for some player. Oh, no, say coaching man opportunity. No, I start saying I'm a shady. Ebia against AC Milan, you better kakra.
Some Bobo Milan.
Ebia because I want to see, but the coach now can the next say Enfa. Just a champion say.
Just a champion so ni Bobo pa. Biggie. Kranu be Bobo pa.
Papa kina. Answer na no. O producer Obed.
Obed yeah.
Obed sene ma me birthday.
Oh okay. Obed ma me.
Mama comfort.
Mama comfort. Amankwa. I am Shema happy birthday, ma. Obed. Okay.
Can Mama Shas yam from free Barcelona. There've been teams of my mistakes be. Na mistakes now my no. Wow. Real Madrid is a typical example. Real Madrid had Jude Bellingham. And an Modemo also. Real Madrid had Vinicius Jr. And now we're both to the level our project in one. Nay easier so no be win a Ballon d'Or than Jude. But just because Jude had a good season, Madrid decided say after na confusion about. They were confused. No who to push for the Ballon d'Or award. Ekobasa vote in muche because from the same club, people vote because they have love for the club. It is a club ni mu nipa mienu na mu project and ase mu push ya. Any emeto ama we should beto ama we. But say koye se club ni mu nipa na nkasa ekasa, especially the playing body. No mu focus on baako a emani easier. Make way because Barcelona last season. Yakasa Barcelona star boy why na obibo ni din it is Lamine Yamal. Lamine Yamal boy na oboy no. To me, he wasn't the best player for Barcelona, Debbie. But he has become the face of the Barcelona team. And to be the face of the Barcelona team. And I said the face of every team. Team ninya laurels be an IEP player. Abona basu with team ni mo onuni ye no. It do her Paris Saint-Germain. Obi about Osman Dembele din. He is the face of the team. It no matter how consistent you are. Ope Paris Saint-Germain play or yeah consistent pa na okase minya. May Vitinha. He was a better player than player if anything Osman Dembele. But Dembele about be the face of the team. It is the Paris Saint-Germain who be pushing. So among fanin konkoje Ballon d'Or. It is Dembele. Barcelona de na baba be Lamine Yamal. But Pedri nso so adwene foforo bi. So ono so bobo pa nti ade ne se fata no. And can you blame Pedri? You can't blame him.
Now Pedri bobo. Yeje Ballon d'Or. Ken, there are people say bimu on enim chen. I don't know Pedri engine tum because most of the interview no grant na maintenance. Even Vitinha, I want an imbibe chen Pedri in terms of Ballon d'Or.
Yes.
On one call for Dembele.
Yes.
On one teammate. It is a Vitinha interview no yen and run. Obia na opesa Vitinha gibiano. Vitinha say ye team ningina no. Dembele.
Yes.
And the pushy team no.
Yes.
Between Vitinha and Pedri. Vitinha was better than Pedri.
Of course.
Last season.
Yes.
In na Pedri in TSA. Na onjin to say interview bi oba grant biano. Onye na onka mo obi hu say eye Lamine Yamal. But otimika Lamine no wakoka Dembele. No no so de ne ho ayeden.
Ababa bechem.
No de ne ho bechem.
Because onya ope. And until na make us a Barcelona ye mistake no. At this stage, I was some penny for stepping in. No many players in the casa. No more said this is the player we want to push. Na yen na yen pian na yen fanenko. But the main thing make us say you can't blame Pedri and they say Ballon d'Or yenya strikers and also more muche goals forward line players. O ma baba beji bebrebe. But before Cristiano Ronaldo, Lionel Messi burst onto the scene, now the last 3 Ballon d'Or awards are kosono. Then your strikers and an edge. Cannavaro beje, or your central defender. Ronaldinho beje, no your attacking midfielder. Kaka beje, no your attacking midfielder. It's clearly. There are people that no munya number 9s, no mutibi babajibi, and also munche goes baby. But if you want to money bano, Cristiano Ronaldo bem, Lionel Messi bem no. These 2 players be ball to the stand second. Omo be inseparable. Din so be biwa no aka se Messi ni mbo che Ronaldo. Din so be biwa no aka se Ronaldo ni mbo che Messi. Until they got to that kind of point your boss season new year. The obeshe goals kese pa no. Yetimi tamba London no near the amano. And no ne Simon ni pa adwene sha say e ba goals ne to bebre. But along the line, look how much Baba GB. With a player, not only numbers baby when it comes to goals, but I born ankasa no nim, but technically we good. And I to abano Baba J Ballon d'Or. Uye no ni free one man. Utie Pedri dia. Only emphasis on a player friend is Rodri. Ah no so Baba J Ballon d'Or. Enti o ka dia ba be hye ho. So wo hwe Rodri ball na boy ah the J Ballon d'Or. One she goals baby, one man assist baby. But you share ni modern muscle as a footballer. The technical abilities e wo game nim near the Ballon d'Or man no no Pedri nso feel say looking at the performance I what dying edi no o se fata at a point in Barcelona goals ni dey bi no ma bi chain no that is very true. Football na nkasa ne yade a omo gina ni mo hye goals no omo na ya na tie car na tie ball ma baso but can say wo hwe Pedri a one of the best seasons for Barcelona was last season. Yewura January mu first 4 La Liga matches at Barcelona boy one hye goals bebre one ma assist bebre but ni nyino na J man of the match. Within that period, Barca about 10 matches in all competitions. Now Pedri a man of the match, baku 8. Adia Edding, so who was Spanish La Liga no, but he was doing it. And this is a player no, looking at the ball no so boy no, Okas was Sefata Ballon d'Or na. Unti min blame no. And until I make us a Barca penny for stepping in. No money in Koran and Casa. No more moves and found say I was a Fatawako Unya. And Tipiauniano. No, no, possible because obey the face of the team. Edema Barcelona. Can moving on. Chelsea. We a player now making mover. Adi obi ehe. And it's all be settled very well. But adi abako ebuama settled very well pa. How I be started. It was our club anymore. I am happy for player Francis Esteban Willian. Looking at the performance of Dine and not just the performance alone, but as a player. Or try to be bonded with certain players. I bet me have one was 2 years. And they are much Chelsea bobo. It is all here. Time we shall go now or celebrating. Players need a ban in China. Or who say Kopama banana or shot yet or your Kopama celebration. No. Just to send a signal to the player and then the rest of the Chelsea supporters and everybody in the club. Say ono bana wa bano obaba be ye adwuma e de amabo oboko no. So betimi aye adwuma no wa ye adwuma no yi a the key players in the squad and e was all the omo ho bom na niam timi kon kan de ma. It is like obi a wawura school fufrum. Opese o yire ho na timi bo ho modern wo classroom ho no ma. O hwehwe omo aben no. Na o do ho abom na o ne o ma nante. Omo na betimi abo am settle yi na o stay nso so akon kan de ama. Apart from no me hu se Kopama nya a partner. Obeboano na Emma pressure ma Kopama so bebre. Ken last season at a point. Na din so obehu Kopama. Se Kopama call offer. Na Chelsea team nso so call off. Because it looks like say it was the only creative spark for Chelsea Boboko no. But so unya other players someone to be step it up. Unya other players someone to be team create chances. And so Ediama u team no a. Ye gina Kopama so a. E be den say other players nso so be team stop you mo. So you get a lot of creative channels. It's young conquer one channel pe na opponents and them strategies to stop that channel na fe team na baba be useless. There are teams in the world a man for beka o focus with our player we so team we dey so nya stop our player we no ano no we last season at a point in the Premier League any other games e wo Europe e be to Liverpool boboko no o stop him Mohamed Salah Liverpool boboko ni team function because he was the only creative spark for the team. And Sadia na Chelsea aye no modi akwada na baba beka ho any ball na enu am hu se obo no baba be compliment brave friend se Kopama e wo Chelsea bo boku mu na ne ma akonkan e de ama omo ken moving on Ademola Lookman I feel say he is one player wa born homodin pa enti Inter Milan epenwa enye news but Ademola Lookman as a player I thought I was some year baby. on person be mistake na sa wasumdwe ne kita na akwa sai report say ba akwa me de bre ye chere say wa reject Arsenal boku no wa reject Liverpool boku no because of person what na Italy obi ti ebe ne wanwa because Arsenal looking at the performance of Modern the last season any team o build o join here possible say ne ma betimi akonkan de amount o hwe Liverpool boku no ensusu team mo build any performance of Modern the last season domestically continentally possible say Champions League bibia this time around bimpo mo betimi performing way better than Inter because Inter losing the coach and a certain key players and so no more unya so much trust in them going into the new season because of coaching now only honomo I think how to see any of these clubs are and kebebo but Ademola Lookman is one player. He was born in England. He knows the English terrain very well. Akwadani season no there were teams of boy England honom osi akan edema Charlton okokosi akan ma Everton okosi akan ma Fulham esi akan ma Leicester. But in all these clubs I will see a kind of more England no want to me and reaching full potential. Ademola Lookman free England kobo loan Leipzig and on the performance and the that was when other teams decided said they be looking at the performance awakwa dine Leipzig and I said Germany in there you find you feel say nyama betimi akoye di amaye and Atlanta step in and on be far player no or move to Italy today our African best player and then waji Europa. People are talking about him. People need him in their clubs because he's a very good winger. I am sure. So player not tenacity. No her level at Italy football. How good he has settled any ball at Obo Italy. On person or better about England because or shall say England no performance and say. And clubs of England relatively to these clubs of open nowhere smaller clubs. Into your home when to settle well and perform better. Now and the bigger clubs no baba be kumwa on person be take a risk no baby our boy was settle the Italian Serie A and obe person obe twaso wo honom because onim sa terrain no and he feels say hobebo no me ne be ya 100% and fa only project Arsenal build it and fa only project Liverpool bobo na build it. The most important thing say obe settle in the team very well any league na wo no na niam akon kan de amount can say Chelsea here left center back sir omunkophobia or experience no be command the back line
so sano kano or can left center back no say between within na or
also obeto
okay
and adikonti ameka sano you can get left center backs libi but e be no more was so change be ken obi ti say Bastoni and na yedi nkomo na me hwe certain players Gehi Christian Romero. These are good players in the English Premier League. But omumi enu nyina nso so no right-footed centre backs.
That's another say example Van Dijk.
Yes.
Van Dijk, Dean Housen. Omo right centre backs.
Sure.
Omo ball left side.
The left side, yeah.
But omo to make pass ball at any point in time. But beyond person omo could be a long passes in omo table. That boy Bastoni no. Other than clubs in the England no. And I went to mentor.
That is what I'm saying. It's a Chelsea former green corner so. Because he's a left-footed player.
Yeah, can defenders recently. Chelsea back four no one the bronze so.
Chelsea back four.
Bastoni Chelsea back four one the bronze so.
Say four ni nyina there Rhys James level was so.
Okay.
Yes, say four ni nyina there. But centre backs there.
Centre backs will be any.
There be obi ho. It's Chelsea former green corner so. And there's one other player and so Nottingham Forest Murillo. Yes. He's a very good centre back.
As a way kutu
and Mudi but Chelsea are far Alex one on the boy.
Alex.
Yes. It's the focus on some of these players because I'll say it again. Say Chelsea he will be commanded the back line, and so they are Chelsea will go na near Conkai and they are more for Enzo Maresca there. He's on the right path. A Jumana Papa ne team na all build and the performance na ye hune there. I feel that Chelsea Boboko no this season omo betimi a shock amount for bebre. Me bo ma baso.
Also this season top 4 ne.
Me top 4 ne there. Me go for Liverpool. First. Na ma go for Chelsea Boboko no because me feel say I heard Chelsea be just second ne free Arsenal ansem. Yes, Arsenal proving me wrong. Yes, them are for Chelsea second.
The reason
now Arsenal third, Man City fourth.
Ateta near Bressan because one share now I'm top players or Palma. So this season say Amfadia
and can say a tough one. Arsenal supporters the pressure on the man no.
Since what cost 7 years.
Already 8 season.
One FA Cup.
Yes. And I know so bad in the first season.
Arsenal Madrid and it is all Madrid if anything.
FA Cup no so bad in the first season. And the GD in the Barcelona. It is here. Supporters in the trade you betimi idea ma club no because some few say said the ato so second no. Time na so say won so Barcelona no be because Ancelotti more the 1 year Belgian league. Enzo Maresca the 1 year she Chelsea team we. E the kwakwaje club World Cup a. Man for few say 7 years in the door so do. So the time is now.
Once now, Arsenal compete, there be a league and more compete. It go phone is Arteta yard, but many also why better chance Enzo Maresca.
There be
because Obiba 1 season. Thought who did second, who did fourth. Watch it 2 European trophies.
Yes.
And a slaughter 1 season pay.
Abeje Premier League.
Wababeje Premier League. No. Team ne no Champions League. No.
Yeah.
So
yes.
I think it's 7 years is enough.
And there was that possibility saying
7 years. Yes, 7 but Ateta the na kwese on say na Arsenal compete. Omo football club omo ntimi compete. So until a year say no anytime omo share Madrid omo ni jet said omo jet trophy no. Because na sa 9th no intensive or Emirates any area nti but I think say aye njeje so kakra.
Yes.
O waya ade Ateta de baby an ye wo na Wenger good team no but edu baby an Wenger own stadium no ko final Champions League. No timi do quarter final, we do semi final. No timi G League ni bi. So what you say?
Even time anenye ne kwa no de bia na top 4 there.
And then the one FA Cup will be no timi Champions League no qualify. Kono nko but I think say Ateta say wa ma Arsenal for no hu say na ibini ho ena ne wa ma de na ye den enti wa mo compete nti wa ma na ase wa ayeyi wa ma na yeyi sana meka wa ma na yeyi ayeyi Arsenal yeyi because they always compete dey bia ye ka say o Arsenal compete yeyi teams e be gia
after Wenger dey call from nti ono ne ba ya
enti e 7 years wa ye but listen
after Wenger after
say and a slot to buy the following year na before an slot obana sana Liverpool aye West ankoye and ade ba ko a Ateta man rain finish say an slot and to player
player to no mobi
omo na Keza dey say enti emfa say one to bia team na wo the follow year na before obana omo ntimi anya hwe no omo no de omo ye den e de beji league no say op Isaac what of Landvet what Jeremy Frimpong was I bid for Baleba? What you say? Arsenal near say goals omo pobi obeshe go aye you carries waba say amfa me sure say enwa no Ateta enwa no
this time around you monti ase man
pisi say you say kakambo do money dey say baby na omo no 87 years in your match 1 FA Cup Arsenal oh is
and I think the community shield
is one community shield Mr. Fakamo Mr. just say the can you I don't just say the come no the community shield also a super cup
ceremonial trophy
okay young fans who na you community house supporters no asemo Edema Arsenal say teams are most of more Super Madrid for so can John Pascal mo almost so prepare okay na bia boko de
ken na me ado me bia boko
sub JD mamemfa we ntu just say sub JD say unim say sub JD enye empabo no nko a ena enye Jesus no nko no Jesus no mesro ayade a Jesus bia wo pe Jesus bia wo pe team bia wo pe ni Jesus for sub JD sports wears ni na ye tombes so somebody 20 Sunday sneakers ni na yakofa bi adiaba e shop JD enti Saturday bia no na te shop JD e de bia bre na bia so ye kama shop JD ube hu no enso kuma se e so ntreso on a trust care hospital ne dia nim hwe for shop JD on 0248 890104